Ladies and gentlemen, in just a moment, please direct your attention to the trackside presentation platform adjacent to the winner's circle and to your monitors for our 2017 Red Jacket Ceremony.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the spa on this absolutely glorious day. Today is our annual New York Showcase Day with 6 stakes races designed to shine a bright spotlight on the outstanding New York bred program. And tomorrow is Travers Day, a true blockbuster day of fantastic racing with 7 graded stakes, highlighted by the 148th running of the Travers, presented by Naira Betts. This year, the Travers will feature the winners from each leg of this year's Triple Crown. It's the first time that's happened since 1982, 35 years ago. And we'll also have the winner of the outstanding race we have here in Saratoga in July, the Jim Dandy. It should be an incredible day of racing and an incredible field for the Travers. In addition, Songbird, the champion filly who did so well here last year, will be in the personal ensign. It will be a day of racing you won't want to miss. But making this weekend even more special is the reason that we are here today, the Red Jacket Ceremony. Today is a day when we honor the greats of the game by awarding them an emblematic Saratoga Red Jacket and officially inducting them into the Walk of Fame. The Walk of Fame, located just outside the clubhouse across from the 4-Star Dave Sports Bar, showcases the achievements of those who have made significant contributions to the sport of thoroughbred racing. It is a place where fans of all ages can come to learn, appreciate, and respect the contributions of the outstanding men and women of our sport, the select few who have been honored with the Red Jacket. This time I would like to recognize several members of the Walk of Fame that have joined us today. Jockeys Jerry Bailey and Angel Cordero Jr. Yes. Trainer Bill Mott. Owners Mary Lou Whitney and Cott Campbell. And track announcer Tom Durkin. Today we are pleased to welcome our newest member to the Walk of Fame, 3-time Eclipse Award-winning jockey Ramon Dominguez. Ramon is one of the most dominant and talented riders in the history of the New York Racing Association. He was the leading rider on our circuit from 2009 through 2012 and holds 20 individual meet titles. Let that sink in for a moment. That's 20 individual riding titles over a period of 22 that spanned our meets at Aqueduct, and then going to Belmont, and then going to Saratoga, and then back to Belmont, and then back to Aqueduct, and so on and so forth. 20 meets. In a career that spanned nearly 20 years, Ramon won nearly 5,000 races and nearly $200 million in purses. Now, as you would imagine, during such an illustrious career, Ramon has delivered some truly memorable moments at all 3 of our tracks, but especially here at the Spa. Who could forget when he rode Alpha across the finish line right alongside Golden Ticket to deliver one of the stunning dead heats in the 2012 Travers? Or when he rode 6 winners in a single day in July 2012, and then repeated it again in August to be the only person to ever accomplish such an outstanding feat. Ramon is truly a world-class jockey and set a standard of excellence throughout his careers to which all riders aspire. He is also an outstanding human being, a source of inspiration and strength to other jockeys and legions of horse racing fans. So would you please direct your attention for a moment to the video boards across from you and around the property as we relive some of Ramon Dominguez's greatest accomplishments.
Even when you're riding good horses, they can get beat, and you can be a contributing factor to their defeat. The same is to be said on the opposite. When you are focused and you're in the zone, you win the first race, and then you focus on the very next one. Okay, I have a good chance here. Let's make it happen this way or that way. But before you know it, then you win 3 races, and you say, wow, let's go for the 4th one. And the 4th one happened, and what if I win the 5th one? Let's make it.
And on the wire, reach for a peach. Ramon Dominguez got a hot hand today. He's won 5.
Winning 6 races in a day is something that, how can you forget that? And doing it twice.
Oh, what a day for Ramon Dominguez. He wins a record-tying 6th here at Saratoga.
Ramon Dominguez has always loved horses. He grew up in Caracas, Venezuela. And as a boy, his parents finally relented, letting him take show jumping lessons until fate would intervene on a bus one day.
While being on a bus to go home after doing some show jumping, a kid that was my age in the back of the bus called me because I had the helmet in my hand, and he said, "Are you a jockey?" And I said, no, I'm riding show jumper. So he says, "I'm actually learning how to become a jockey." And I said, "You are?" And he said, "Yes, where?" "Close by." The next day, needless to say that the bus didn't stop at the show jumping school. He continued going to this training center. I started my journey as a jockey. My dad, surprisingly, was very supportive. Actually, both of them. They say, "Okay, if this is what you want to do, we'll be here for you." And my dad started waking up even earlier than he did before. He worked very hard, and he was taking me to the training center. Knew that I was excited to be accomplishing what I wanted to do. So I rode in Venezuela. I started riding races just for a few months in this unrecognized racetrack, and then rode 1 full year at a big racetrack in Caracas, Venezuela, before I came to Miami in 1996. There was this sense of fear that, will I make it or no? No, when it came to coming to New York. We were determined and focused on doing well, and we knew that we will do well. Always, of course, the question is, how well can you do? And we were very determined to do the best we could.
Can Alpha catch Golden Ticket? And here's the wire. It is! Oh, it's too close to call! It's a dead heat in the drivers!
Little Mike in an upset. Little Mike wins the 2012 Breeders' Cup Turf.
Ramon Dominguez did a spectacular job.
Ridden by Ramon Dominguez.
Unbridled command did it! Ramon Dominguez has just won 6 races today.
It's exciting when something like that happens, whether it is winning a title at a racetrack, but happening in Saratoga is extra special because this is the place where you want to do that.
That's the 2nd time he's done that this meeting, and it was his 66th victory this meeting at Saratoga, and that constitutes a new Saratoga record.
At the age of 36, Ramon Dominguez was forced to retire from injuries sustained in a spill, and at the time of the injury, Dominguez was in the prime of his career. He had won the past 3 Eclipse Awards as North America's Outstanding Jockey. In 2012, he set the single-season record for purse money won with an eye-popping $25.6 million. The respect and admiration by fellow jockeys, trainers, and owners explains how he's won jockey awards like the George Wolfe Memorial and the Mike Venezia Award. 2 jockey awards given to those who demonstrate high standards of personal and professional conduct on and off the racetrack. He remains active in horse racing, helping with charities, promoting the sport, raising money for the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund.
Oh, and he got it! You got it!
Thank you for supporting the PDJF.
And wherever he goes, he remains a fan favorite.
For me to come to the track now and experience and watch a race and criticize the jockeys, no, I'm kidding, I never criticize the jockeys, but to watch a race and really enjoy the sport, I now can relate to people who said this is paradise. My wife and kids are a huge part of my life. I'm very happy and excited to be able to spend time with my family. They are extremely important to me, and I know that I am to them as well. Being a part of the Walk of Fame is something that I was not expecting, and to be in company with some of the greatest horsemen in our history and our present time is something that is humbling and very exciting at the same time.
Here today as Ramon's presenter is Chaplain Humberto Chavez. Humberto is a familiar face to all of us at NYRA. For the past 14 years, he has led the New York Racetrack Chaplaincy, providing vital services to the men and women who are the backbone of our industry. He also provides inspiration to those of us who see his good works and to those of us who hear him preach. Thank you so much, Humberto, for all you do. Humberto met Ramon 7 years ago, and they quickly formed a bond over a shared desire to help the dedicated people on the backstretch. Ramon served as a board member of the Racetrack Chaplaincy for several years and remains a steadfast supporter of that organization. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming one of the truly fine people that you get a chance to meet here at the spa, Chaplain Humberto Chavez.
Never give a mic to a preacher. It is a true blessing to be part of the horse racing industry and one of the best fans in horse racing could ever have, you guys out here today. From a very first time I introduced myself to Ramon here in Saratoga Race Course until now, he has always been a man of exquisite novelty, strong faith, and filled with grace. And he is exactly what the Walk of Fame is all about, a place where legends who never seek self-recognition or self-promotion get recognized. A native of Venezuela with humble beginnings and struggles like any other athlete from Latin America have endured, I'm honored to say that he not only reached the top of his game by the God-given abilities, but he has become a true inspiration to many here in the States and abroad. The Latin American people are proud of you, Ramon. Eres un verdadero orgullo hispano. Ramon's qualities as an individual, husband, father, industry innovator, entrepreneur, and industry advocate have been and will continue to put a mark on those who are part of this horse racing industry and the community that he will associate himself with. He's someone that is very approachable, kind, and considerate of others. And because of this, he has earned the utmost respect from myself, his colleagues, and those that know him personally. Ramon is, this induction of the Hall of Fame, the Walk of Fame, is just another proof of the great attributes you bring to this precious horse racing industry in New York. What a great way to leave your legacy, my friend, in this world for your family and for those who love this horse racing industry. May God continue to bless you in every way and everywhere you go. Now, it is my pleasure and honor to introduce to you the Babe Ruth of horse racing industry, my friend and yours, Mr. Ramon Dominguez.
Thank you for the honor. I remember when I was a kid coming to the track with my dad. and laying eyes on a racehorse for the first time. And from that moment, all I wanted to do was to ride. To be standing here in company of 3 jockeys who I idolize so much, as well as horsemen and other racing personalities who are iconic figures of our sport and have done so much, is truly a privilege and one that I will remember forever and be proud of. To have been given the opportunity to compete here in Saratoga was already a big accomplishment for me. And then to have the opportunity to visit the winner's circle, that was a dream come true. And now this recognition tops it all off in a way hard to quantify. Thank you, Saratoga Racing, for the time and the memories that you have given to the kid almost 30 years ago who fell in love with the sport from the first time. I'm truly a blessed man. Thank you so much.
Ramon, we have one more thing to do. Would you please join me at the plaque so we can unveil it to the fans who obviously love you dearly. That concludes our ceremony. Thank you all so very much for being here today. One last round of applause for Ramon Dominguez. And for all the recipients of the red jacket.